Hey, what's up guys? Will here for GSM Arena. If you're looking for a compact flagship, here are a couple of great options. On the one hand, there's the Galaxy S24, the compact model from Samsung's S-series lineup. And then there's Apple's iPhone 15, which comes at about the same size and price. With the obvious differences in software aside, which of these is the better flagship? Let's put them head to head and find out. Both the Galaxy S24 and the iPhone 15 are compact yet powerful smartphones that come at a lower price than the top-tier flagships out there. The design of both phones is quite clean, and they're basically identical when it comes to size and weight. Of course, the cameras look different, plus the S24's back is made from Gorilla Glass Victus 2, while the iPhone uses ceramic shield glass. You get an aluminum frame on either phone. There's IP68 rated ingress protection on both phones too, but the iPhones have better protection against water. They can be submerged to up to 6 meters, instead of the usual 1.5. At 6.2 inches, the Galaxy S24 has the slightly larger OLED display, and it has a dynamic 120Hz refresh rate. The iPhone 15's 6.1-inch display has a higher resolution, amounting to 461 ppi versus 416 on the Samsung. But the refresh rate is just 60 Hz. This means swiping and scrolling appear much smoother to the eye on the Galaxy than on the iPhone. Both panels have excellent brightness, and while they both support HDR10+, the iPhone screen also has support for Dolby Vision. However, its large cutout is more intrusive than the one on the Samsung. The cutout's purpose on the iPhone is to house both the selfie cam and the TOF camera. This enables a secure face unlock, which is used for all biometrics. That's opposed to the regular selfie cam-based face unlock on the Galaxy, which isn't as secure. For those secure biometrics, on the S24 you'll be using an under-display fingerprint reader. Back to the iPhone's cutout though. Some might find it an eyesore. At least Apple has found a way to creatively use this space with its dynamic island function, which extends the bar to show relevant info and display shortcuts. Both the Galaxy S24 and the iPhone 15 have stereo speaker setups. The system on the Galaxy S24 is a bit louder, but the iPhones have richer sound, with deeper bass and better vocals. Of course, both phones use very different software platforms. The S24 runs on Android, with Samsung's latest One UI on top. Meanwhile, you get the latest version of Apple's iOS on the iPhone 15. Naturally, it brings a different layout and feature set. Something unique to the Galaxy S series, though, are a suite of advanced AI-based features, developed in collaboration with Google. They include circle to search, real-time translation of chats or calls, and advanced photo editing. Samsung promises 7 years of software support to the S24. It looks better than Apple's practice of offering 5 or 6 years to its phones. However, we're not sure how well the hardware will keep up with that software 7 years down the line. It is a powerful platform in today's terms though. The Galaxy S24 can come with one of 2 chipsets, depending on the market, either an Exynos 2400 or a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The iPhone 15 runs on Apple's A16 Bionic. It's powerful but came out in 2022. The latest chipset is restricted to the iPhone Pro models. The Galaxy S24 comes out on top when it comes to raw CPU and GPU power. Still, the iPhone 15 is no slouch, and it does a good job when multitasking and gaming. Also, the iPhone does a better job when it comes to thermal management. In our prolonged stress test, it was able to maintain higher performance than the Galaxy, with less throttling. The Galaxy S24 has a 4000 mAh battery, while the iPhone 15 has a smaller capacity, 3349 mAh. Despite that, the iPhone 15 has the longer battery life. It earned an active use score of 13 hours and 20 minutes, as opposed to 12 hours and 6 minutes from the Galaxy. The iPhone was better at all of the tests, except for calls. When it comes to charging speed, both phones were able to charge from 0 to around 60% in half an hour. However, the Samsung is faster to achieve a full charge, taking 75 minutes, versus 110 minutes on the iPhone. Both phones support wireless charging, and the Galaxy also offers reverse wireless charging. Now the cameras. The Galaxy S24 has a 50-megapixel main cam, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. The iPhone 15, on the other hand, has a 48-megapixel main cam and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide. There's no dedicated telephoto there. The two phones capture great photos during the day, They're detailed and sharp, noise-free, and have a wide dynamic range. The processing of detail on the Galaxy looks more natural, but the iPhone offers a more natural color rendition. While it doesn't have a telephoto cam, the iPhone's 2x lossless zoom is solid. It's equal to the digital zoom you'd get from the Samsung. But only through the Galaxy S24 can you get a 3x optical zoom. The ultra-wide cameras on both smartphones produce pleasant daylight photos. The nighttime photos from both the S24 and the iPhone 15 are good. However, the iPhone has more proficient noise reduction and sometimes a wider dynamic range. The Galaxy S24's ultra-wide is better at night though, producing cleaner photos with wider dynamic range. Unlike the iPhone, the Galaxy S24 can record videos in 8K resolution, as well as 4K 120fps slow-mo. However, Apple offers a better implementation of its cinematic mode, which creates a blurred background behind your subject. Anyway, 4K videos from the iPhone's main camera have more detail, and more natural processing and colors than the Galaxy. The iPhone's 2x zoomed video is quite nice, even if it doesn't match the detail and sharpness of the Galaxy's 3x zoom. And actually, the S24's ultra-wide produces more detail, higher sharpness, and more natural rendition than the iPhone's. Both of these phones' main cameras save good nighttime 4K videos. Both the Galaxy S24 and the iPhone 15 have a 12-megapixel front-facing cam with autofocus, and they capture equally great selfies. And here's a look at 4K selfie videos from either phone. So there you have it, guys. When choosing between the Galaxy S24 and the iPhone 15, there's a lot to consider. With the iPhone, you get the better ingress protection and a higher res display with Dolby Vision. There's secure Face ID and the dynamic island. The battery life is better, as well as the speakers, and there's a better cinematic mode for video. However, the S24 has a high refresh rate display, which is slightly larger and has a smaller cutout. There's an under-display fingerprint reader, and AI-based software features. You get a more powerful chipset and faster charging to 100%, plus reverse wireless charging. And there's a dedicated telephoto cam, and support for 8K video recording and 4K 120fps slow-mo. With the Android versus iOS debate aside, the Galaxy S24's advantages outweigh those of the iPhones, and it comes out on top in this comparison. But the iPhone 15 is not far behind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.